Hello everyone! Welcome to Juju Brigadeiro. Today's recipe is not a Brazilian recipe, it's a Portuguese one. Pastel de nata. Originally, the pastel de Belém was created by the monks of Jerônimo's monastery. In 1837, it became very popular, and all the bakers in Lisbon they started to try to reproduce this recipe once it was kept in secret by the monks. They created pastel de nata. So, anywhere in Portugal you can find pastel de nata, but pastel de Belém is only in Belém. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, my one will be as tasty as any Portuguese one. Hopefully. So, let's get started. Oh yeah! If you want the ingredient list, it is in the description of this video. There's a little arrow at the bottom there, and we will find it. Let's go.
I'm pouring into the pot 200 grams of sugar and 175 ml of water, a slice of lemon peel, and 1 cinnamon stick. I give it a good stir and I will bring it to the hob, and once it's boiling, I will count 1 minute and I turn off the hob and I will let it aside. I'm separating the yolks from the whites of 5 eggs, and I'm sieving the yolks. I will freeze the whites to use it in another recipe another day. In a pot, I add 25 grams of flour and 17 grams of corn flour. And I whisk them with 250 ml of milk, which I'm adding gradually to be sure that all the lumps will be dissolved. Then I will bring it to the hob and I will stir constantly to form a dough, always making sure that I have low heat, and I turn it off as soon as the dough is formed. And I add the sugar syrup little by little, stirring constantly until it becomes a cream. Meanwhile it's cooling down, I'm opening the puff pastry I made in the previous video. Then I roll the pastry and I cut rings of it. As I used half of it in another recipe, I tried to maximize it by cutting it in smaller pieces, which of course didn't work. Typical! So I had to use 2 pieces of pastry to make one tart. Then I laid the ring of puff pastry in the center of the tray, and using my thumbs I pressed the middle of it to make sure that the bottom is as thin as possible, trying not to touch the edges as much. And I add the sieved egg yolks to the cream. And I stuff the pastry with it. And I bring the tarts to the preheated oven at 250 degrees Celsius for 17 to 18 minutes.
Like it, subscribe to it, and leave a comment down below. Watch our next video. Beijo, ciao!